former COCOBOD Chief Executive, Dr. Stephen Opuni, has made an application at an Accra High Court demanding that he be served documents to be used against him in the case where he's been tried for causing financial loss to the state. He wants the court to order the prosecution to produce all documents which have come into its possession and custody and or knowledge in the course of the investigations. Dr. Opuni and private businessman Seidu Agongo face 27 charges of causing financial loss to the state. In the writ, the plaintiff said the demand for the documents was an exercise of his constitutional rights to all facilities necessary to adequately defend himself. Here are highlights of the reliefs he's seeking. All witness statements of Dr. Stephen Opuni and Seidu Agongo. He wants all witness statements of prosecution witnesses to be called at trial. All witness statements of persons obtained by prosecution who would not be called at the trial. He also wants all letters written by COCOBOD through Dr. Stephen Opuni to the Public Procurement Authority for permission to sole source contracts for all fertilizers, all letters written by PPA in connection with Lithovit foliar fertilizers during tenure of Dr. Stephen Opuni as CEO of COCOBOD. All certificates issued by Craig for all fertilizers, including Lithovit foliar fertilizer, before, during, after the tenure of Dr. Opuni as COCOBOD CEO, or certificates issued by Craig for all fertilizers, including Lithovit foliar fertilizer from March 2018, as well as renewals of all such certificates. They're also seeking all contracts for fertilizers entered into by COCOBOD from January 2018 to March 2018. The directive or directives of Dr. Opuni issued to Craig instructing it to reduce and or shorten the time for testing of Lithovit foliar fertilizer. All contracts executed between COCOBOD and Agricult Ghana Limited for Lithovit foliar fertilizers, or reports issued by Craig on the effect of all fertilizers, including Lithovit, after use for 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. The former COCOBOD CEO also wants the 2 test results issued by Ghana Standard Authority for Lithovit foliar fertilizers and all proceedings together with findings of the investigative body set up by COCOBOD in connection with Lithovit foliar fertilizers. Well, Attorney General Gloria Kufu has been speaking about the request. She confirmed receipt of the writ to JoyNews and says prosecution will make the documents being requested by the accused available.
We have been served with an application by their lawyers in that matter. It is not new. There was pending in the Supreme Court a hypothetical application. The similar application was made in the Republic versus Bafuboni and 3 others. That too is pending in the Supreme Court. So it does not come to me as a surprise that the same request is being made. Now, what is at stake? We have different ways of prosecuting, either summarily or by indictment. By indictment means that you prosecute through a jury. Summarily, you don't use a jury. And summarily, when you prosecute summarily, you do not, by the rules, provide the accused persons with the evidence that you intend to rely on. Now, their request allegedly is premised on the constitutional provision that says that an accused person must be given a fair opportunity and facility to enable it to defend the suit. In the Bafuboni case, we readily said that, look, we are able to give you whatever we have on hand that we intend to rely on in prosecuting our case. And any that may become available to us subsequently. We did. Strangely, they came back with a formal application asking not only what we intend to rely on, but even evidence that we do not intend to rely on. That clearly is not supported in the law. So we resisted it, and it occasioned a referral to the Supreme Court. It's a similar application that has been made, which is going to be heard on the 11th. So we are going to court. We are prepared to give them what we are going. We have nothing to hide. After all, we believe in the right of the individual to defend himself, particularly when it's against the principle that they are presumed to be innocent.
Well, on Wednesday, March 11, we can expect lawyers for Dr. Opuni to formally make the request for the document. The AG Gloria Kufu will argue either agreeing to or kick against the request, and the judge will give his ruling shortly after. The AG will then be directed to open the state's case by calling her first witness.